setting sail now. Bye to our mooring. Bye to our lovely neighbours, Chal and Len and Sue and Pete. They've been great neighbours while we've been here since October, and hopefully see them in October. And here's John, working on a boat. That's a good name.
Have you got enough beer?
Yeah, got 2 boxes, I think. 2 boxes.
Morning. Well, it's a bit of a dull day, but we have finally set sail. Turned right out of Pillings, and we're heading down the Grand Union Leicester line, hoping to make Watermead today, which is a bit of a cheat because it's right near our house, but we've got to get the car back home. Tomorrow we'll head off through Leicester, and of course we'll film it so you can come with us. So let's enjoy the cruise.
We've got Holly and Finley with us today. Let's go down to Watermead. Finley's looking for the fish. First lock of the day, Barrow on Soar.
Well, that was Barrow Deep Lock, and it was certainly deep. Now we're on the Barrow Cut, which is a little bit of canal that cuts off a big meander of the Soar. We'll be back on the Soar fairly soon. And who do we have on the boat with us? We got little Finley and his mum Holly. Finley, say hello. Can you say hello to the people? Hello. Hello. Oh, don't jump in. Bye bye, Finley. See you in a bit. This ornate bridge carries nothing more than a pipe, always has done. They certainly knew how to build stuff in the Victorian era. And there through the bridge is the lock and the pub coming into view.
This is not how to get over lock gates.
So just left Sileby, familiar territory this. We've walked down both sides of this river on a number of occasions. I think it may have even featured in a video. Beautiful stretch of river with a nature reserve, Cossington Meadows. Often see twitchers there looking for rare birds. So really beautiful part of Leicestershire on our doorstep. living on your own island in the middle of the River Soar. That's the River Soar, heading towards Leicester. So now we go on the Reek, just for a mile or two. Then we turn right at Junction Bridge onto a canalised cut, past Watermead Country Park. Straight on would have been to Melton, but the Melton navigation's been closed for quite some time. Although we did walk down it, if you check one of my previous videos. Just coming up to Junction Bridge, in Junction Turn, we're going to go through Syston, close to where I live. Down there is where you used to go to Melton. They've made the bridge navigable, but sadly not the rest of it. So, although it's by a pub, it's very convenient. So I think we'll stop here. Well, here we are, moored up just by the A46. As I said, this first stop of the tour is more for convenience. We can nip to the house, leave the car there, and then set off for real, hopefully tomorrow, assuming the boat's where we left it. So, see you then. Morning, beginning of day 2, and we're hoping today to at least get part way through Leicester. People say don't moor in Leicester. There are only 2 places to moor safely, and they're always busy, so this could be a very long day. Let's see. Just through the trees there, you can see Watermead Country Park, John Merritt's Lake, part of a complex of lakes, I think old gravel pits I suspect, but now become quite an important destination for migrating birds and wildlife in general. One of Leicester's gems. And there's Judith at the helm once again, coming up to a lock. Judith does the locks in terms of steering, and I do the locks in terms of pushing, pulling and winding. Seems to work best that way. So we're just coming into Thurmaston, first lock of the day. Little boat yard here, boat builders actually. Nice collection of boats, as you often see. More variety on rivers, although technically we're on a bit of canal at the moment, just about to go on the river again. Lovely. There goes Judith. I'll just finish this lock and meet her at the next one. Even though it's a canal voyage, there's still some walking. Don't say what?
Yeah, don't say the S word.
The S word.
Yeah.
We won't say the S word.
No. In case we scare it off.
Yeah. Supposed to be cloudy today, so the S word's a bonus.
We've just been under the Leicester ring road. Canoes! Here's the Leicester Outdoor Pursuit Centre. I have fond memories of doing my one-star kayaking badge here with Judy. And here's a load of kids here having fun. They're going to have to move out the way, hopefully. Luckily we didn't go over there, so we might have ended up on the wrong side. So there is a McDonald's somewhere close by that we called into once with Trish and Dave 11 years ago when we did the Leicestershire ring in the opposite direction to this.
And here we have Leicester's world famous space centre. There's some British rockets in that dome. Been there. If you're ever in Leicester, definitely worth a visit. And beside it's the Abbey pumping station with a working beam pumping engine. Again, well worth a visit. And there's Judith. Rare example of her working a lock. Don't know why she took it upon herself to do that, but not complaining. Don't turn right, Judith. Here I am on foot again, chasing after her. Story of my life. See you at the next lock. Here is the remains of the Wolsey Textile Works. Chimney's been left as a reminder of Leicester's great textile history. And the rest of the mill seems to have been given over to, guess what, housing. Another massive mill left over from when Leicester used to make clothes for the world. Now looks again like offices or flats. At least they're doing them up. Still picturesque, but we are pretty much in the middle of Leicester's industrial past here. It's called Frog Island because the canal and the river between them make it into an island. And as I walk along this semi-urban towpath, to my right is Abbey Park, which is one of Leicester's large green spaces. To my left are the old mills, now repurposed, of Frog Island. And here we meet the A6 again. For the third time, is that? Well, you can definitely tell we're in a city, looking at all this pardon a better word, SH1T in the canal. Excuse me, pigeons. Ah, he's a brave one. We are a stone's throw from the centre of Leicester here. In that direction you've got High Cross Shopping Centre, the lanes. You can just see that sort of silvered building. I'll just zoom in a little bit. That is High Cross, very own John Lewis. The reason this is an iconic spot is that this is where I was last night. This is why we had to moor up close to our house in Watermead, so I could go home, get my guitar and come here and rehearse with my band Bowbridge. If you're interested in Bowbridge, there is a link to the channel on this channel's page. Lots of videos on there if you like slightly dodgy music. We've got a big gig coming up, so having to rehearse to make sure we're tip-top. Soar Lane Bridge. We thought it might be the old Great Central, but it's a road. Nice ornate bridge though. And in Leicester they protect their graffiti with perspex. There we are. And here we are, safely moored on the offside in a protected mooring, protected by a gate, pretty much in the heart of Leicester. Everyone said, oh, you'll never moor there, they're always really busy, but there's only one other boat here. Just bumped into Jan from Making New Memories, who is also moored here. Apparently there's a locking gate and a security guard, so I think we're hopefully going to be nice and snug. Right, let's have a little explore of my adopted home city, Leicester. So here's the canal at King Richard's Bridge, where King Richard allegedly banged his head as he was being taken into Leicester dead on the back of a horse. Here we have the beginning of the mile, which is, funnily enough, a mile-long section of dead straight canal that goes through the middle of Leicester, with Castle Gardens secure moorings just on the left. Maybe room for our boat there, but I think we're better off where we are. Here's the Guildhall, built in 1390. There's a meeting place for the Guild of Corpus Christi, who were a group of very influential businessmen at the time, and subsequently became Leicester's first town hall. Behind it you can see the spire of Leicester Cathedral, famous of course as the place where King Richard III is now buried. And all this bit of Leicester's all about Richard III. Other than Leicester City and Leicester Tigers, he's their big claim to fame. And now we're coming into the Leicester lanes. Some lovely little lanes of quaint shops and bars, coffee places. One of these little arcades. I think this is called Silver Art Arcade. Look at this shop. I bought my son a 200-year-old book here once. So what did you get from the fair trade shop, Judith?
Body loofahs made from natural products, all from the loofah plant.
There we
Instead
are.
of having those plasticky shower things, these are great.
Very ecologically sound.
They feel nice on your skin.
Steady on. Leicester Market, one of the largest covered markets in Europe. Still here, Very vibrant place.
What that is.
I wish you could smell what I can smell. It smells absolutely gorgeous. Here's Leicester's Corn Exchange, once a very important civic centre, now a Wetherspoons, and I am very thirsty. I remember when this was a seedy nightclub. Hands off to Wetherspoons. 1 pint of Doombar, 99p. Takes you back a few years, that does. Cheers.
Pete poured my beer. It's mostly froth. Nice thing.
I suppose we have to have one of these places, but all of a sudden I could be anywhere in the world. That's enough of that. Let's just get back out into the fresh air. That's dinner booked for tonight. Never been there before. Looking forward to it.
You got the light too far, the shadow, so stop hiding it. So come on, come on.
Good night. See you in the morning.